Pandora friends, my name is Leanne and I am mad for Pandora. Welcome back to another video. Today I would like to share my Black Friday limited edition and holiday charms with you. I've really enjoyed collecting these charms over the years, and some were definitely harder to collect than others. The first one I'd like to show you is this beautiful Black Friday charm. Now, I believe this is called the Midnight Hearts, and it's got 3 beautiful black enamel hearts, and then it's got one 14 karat gold heart. So this is 2011, and this is the first of the collection. Now on the side, I believe is the hallmarks. Very, very teeny tiny. Some are definitely easier to spot than others. So I did buy this one off eBay, and it was quite an expensive charm, but of course it's got 14 karat gold, so I guess you expect to pay more than others. They did end up redoing this charm, and they had 4 of the pink and then 4 of the blue enamel hearts on them. They were actually really nice too. The blue one's sort of like a grey blue. And then the next one that I've got is 2012. So this one was pretty interesting in the fact that it didn't actually have the date stamp anywhere, even though it was a Black Friday charm. And for what I heard is that it wasn't well received because they didn't put the date. It's kind of the point, I guess. So this one's got the cute little Pandora tag, and then got the red enamel that we love so much. And I love how they do the bow, but it's not exact. And then on the bottom, we've got the hallmarks. But this is the only Christmas charm that I have as a present. Now the next one I actually have 2 of. So these are gorgeous. So they're just the Snowflake charms. Now be careful, there are fakes out there, because the first one I got of this was a fake. And I did end up with 2 because my daughter had one and she didn't want it anymore, so I bought it off her. But I must say that having 2 is definitely good, because I can wear them on earrings, or I can just have one on each side of my bracelet, which is really nice. They're very tiny charm. So on the end there we have the year stamp, and it's just 2013. Really quite tiny. And the hallmarks are inside, which is why it's so hard to tell whether you've got a real one or not, because they're so hard to find. Now this next one I picked up on Rulala, and I'm very grateful that I was able to do that, because it was a lot easier to source this one for a good price. So it's got the beautiful bow again, and it's got little cut out trees, and then it's got the cubic zirconias all over it. And then on the other side we've just got a repeated pattern, but it's just a bit different the way the ribbon wraps around. So on the side we have the year, so 2014, and got the hallmarks just around the bail there. So yeah, I was very happy to be able to pick this up, and it's quite a weighty dangle, and it does look quite beautiful on a bracelet or a necklace. And it's the only one of the dangle charms, and it's still got the threaded core. And the next one I picked up I also got from Rulala, so it's the beautiful Snowglobe, and it's got a Christmas tree, and I think this is meant to be a snowman. Snowflakes all over it, and then it's got a beautiful 14 karat gold one on top. And it's got the creamy coloured enamel around the base. This one stayed pretty good actually. Not all of mine have stayed well, not all the cream. They're not too bad, but this one has done really, really well. So 2015 stamped on the bottom, and hallmarks on the side. Now this next one was actually available in Australia, which is really good because just sourcing them from overseas is a lot more difficult, or risking buying them pre-loved. So this is actually quite a pretty sort of colour and everything with the stones, but it is harder to style it on your bracelet just because there's not many Christmas charms that are this colour. So this is a poinsettia, and yeah, just really, really pretty. I like that you can put it on a necklace or whatever because it doesn't flip. And got the year there. So it's 2016, and the other side has the hallmark. So I believe this flower on this mat behind me is a poinsettia as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now I will show you all of these together because I think they're really cool. So this is the collection. Like I said, this one does not match the rest. The rest are very Christmassy and brightly coloured, lots of bling, and then we have the first one. So I kind of wish they'd sort of continued the theme throughout the whole collection. And if you've noticed too, these are mostly charms and there's only one dangle, but going forward you'll see that it ended up being just dangles in the end. Now the next group I have is the beautiful ones that were released as rocket charms. Now it's absolutely beautiful. This is one of my favorite Christmas charms that has been released. I love how they've done the silver bow, and I love this enamel and scrolling of the silver with the cubic zirconias on it. Now if you've seen the line dance charm, it's very similar to this. Absolutely beautiful. Now on one side we have the hallmarks, and the other side we have the year stamp. Some are definitely harder to see than others. But yes, this is a stunning charm. Very, very beautiful. A real bold statement on a new bracelet. Now we got this one in Australia, but we didn't get the ornament. So I did end up getting that one as well, as you've seen in my collection. Now I do believe it's this one that I bought the ornament on eBay. I actually was thinking it was the other way around. And then the next one I have is just that creamy enamel colour, and I do have the matching ornament for this one as well, as you've seen. So I do love how the ornament and this one both have the little dangling moon and star. It's really, really cute, and it's got the bow. It's fairly plain, this one, I think, compared to the red one. Definitely not as much of my favourite as the other one. So this has just got Pandora, and it does have a lot of other codes and stuff. And then we have the year on the other side. Now this one was very different, I believe, from the red one. It's sort of, yeah, it's strange how different they really are. Like this one was really weighty and this one was a bit lighter. And this one I think was also threaded and the other one's not. So they definitely changed it a lot, but they do make a fairly good pair. Slightly different shape. Definitely a different pattern and colour. But yeah, it was good to get both of these in Australia, and then of course I got my ornaments from overseas. And this next one goes with the ornament with the glass little container. So I kind of think this is like the North Star on the top here. And it's got blue enamel. This one doesn't go with my Christmas stuff as much, but I do like to wear it on my winter bracelet. So it is very, very pretty, and it's quite weighty. And then the year stamp is on the side here. So 2019. And then the hallmarks are in the actual bail. Very hard to see. And then this next one I got from a collector on eBay, and that's how I got the ornament as well. So it did come as a set, and we have the date stamp there, so 2020. So we never got these in Australia at all. And then it's got the little cubic zirconias. I don't tend to wear this with my Christmas collection because again, it's very different. And the hallmarks. And then we have the heart design. And then I did end up skipping the Snowglobe dangle with the angel in it. It was 2021, and then I did end up skipping the Nutcracker dangle, which was 2022. Now that seems to pop up from time to time on our e-store as well in sales, so I'm not sure whether I would get that. It's interesting how Pandora brought out the Nutcracker ornament on a different time. I do really wish they brought them out in the same year, so if you already had one it didn't really matter. And this has got so much tiny detail. So you've got the little green stone that's on the star, and there's a lot of really good detail on this. So you've got the beautiful snowflakes, and then you've got the year. So there's 2023 stamped on it. I do think this one would get caught, especially if you've got like jackets and stuff. But I plan on wearing it on a necklace, so it should be fine. And it's got a lot of snowflake detail on the bail, but again, this is so tiny. So you've got the hallmarks, and then Pandora, because of course the date's down here. And then we have our brand new one from this year, which I absolutely love. So it's got the beautiful red on the bail. I like the shape of this bail. I know a few people have been saying it'd be nice to have thicker bails, but these go on Pandora Me, they go on a necklace, and they go on a bracelet, so I actually don't mind it. And if you don't have a lot of room, having a thinner bail is actually good on a bracelet. So it's got a beautiful bow. This is going to be so nice to design with. And then we've got beautiful bell design at the bottom. They did bring out a similar bell with a heart in Pandora Rose a few years ago. I didn't end up getting that at all. And then we've got Hallmark, the date on the back, 2025, and of course this one rings. So if you've noticed, all the newer ones are all dangles. And I think that's the problem, because you can't really afford to just have dangles if you want to design a bracelet that's just all these special charms. If this is the only charm you get every year and all you do is get dangles, it's not going to be much of a bracelet. So I do wish Pandora would alternate whether they do a Christmas charm or a Christmas dangle. But yeah, they're all pretty cute. Lovely to have these in my collection. Now, the other ones that aren't stamped charms but came out with ornaments are these couple. Now, I have done videos with these, so I won't go into too much detail, but it's just nice to see that they had the charms that match the ornaments. But what I really like is when they bring it out the same year. So like when the mouse came out and when the nutcracker came out, they came out different years to the ornament. So you might have already had one or missed out on getting one, and then when you go, oh, I want to get the matching one for the ornament, you might not have been able to. So the fact that the mouse and the nutcracker both have hung around for a while, it's actually a good thing. But yeah, I do like the fact that the new one this year came out with the ornament. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching my video, and yeah, it was really good to share it. I can't wait to design my Christmas bracelet, and I hope to show you that soon. Until next time, take care.